Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cheyenne, and if you're new here, every week I put out new reviews and tutorials for you guys. So normally every week on Sunday I do a special effects tutorial. This week I'm not doing that just because we've completely remodeled our bedroom and we're working on the boys' room. So a lot of my computer stuff is barely being put back out, and I haven't been able to edit any videos, so I decided to do a live Q&A with you guys and product reviews since I got some new stuff in. So if you guys are in the live chat, be sure to say hello. And while we're waiting for some people to hop in, I'm just going to prep my skin real quick with the Stila One Step Color Corrector. This is something that I have been using for years. It is one of my favorite primers. And then in my little box of goodies, when I ordered from Ulta this past week, I got a bunch of stuff from NYX. So I did from NYX, I ended up getting the Pore Filler Primer, the NYX finishing powder, which is one of my favorite ones to use, and I always use this, so it's good to have a little bit of a backup. The matte finishing spray, setting spray, and a butter gloss, which if you guys haven't tried this, I love these. I think this is in, let's see, I have one already. So the shade that I have is Sorbet, and the one that they ended up gifting me was Creme Brulee. These are such great little glosses. I love these. Hi, Jen! So one of the purchases that I made off Ulta was the NYX Color Correcting Palette. They have two different shade ranges. They have a light to medium and then a medium to dark, so I got the light to medium. And I've never tried this brand's color correcting, so I'm super excited to try this one. So I'm just going to pop this open. It is cream base. And if you guys have never used a color corrector before, this is such a great way just to kind of even out the skin tone. You can put a BB cream on top. You don't even have to really put foundation on top, depending on how light you put your color corrector. So the different shades are going to do different things for your skin tone. So the green will even out any redness in your skin tone. So if you have rosacea or bright acne scarring, the green is really good to hide that. The purple is going to help illuminate and brighten your skin, so it'll brighten up certain spots where you feel like it's a little more dull. So for me, I feel like right here is always really dull for me, so I'll probably use that there. And then we have the pink, which we're going to use underneath our eyes to help get rid of that dark under eye. So let's start with our under eyes. I'm just using a flat eyeshadow brush, concealer brush, and just dipping very lightly in and popping that right to the inner corner of my eyes. Hello, Ashley. You guys are going to see, I'll do color correction on one side just so you guys can see the difference. And I am using the light pink shade. Now you can also use a little bit of that yellow as well in the inner corner to just really brighten up your inner corner. How is everyone doing? Please let me know in the comments. I'm just lightly patting it on. I don't know if you guys can tell in the camera, but this is going to look way more wide awake than this side. Then I'm going to go in with that purple shade. And I'm just going to brighten up and illuminate, kind of get rid of some of the dullness. Now the purple is definitely going to show through, and this is why you do this underneath your foundation, so when you put your foundation on top, it's definitely going to help even everything out. I'm going to use a little bit of the green just to kind of spot conceal any little areas of acne scarring or hyperpigmentation. I'm going to pop a little bit of yellow concealer right underneath my brow as well, just to kind of brighten up the brow area. See, Jen said I had to go to Walmart. No fun and spend way too much, but I did find a super cute Halloween decor. Oh, awesome! I actually went back out and I found some really cute Halloween decorations from Home Depot that I'm super excited about. So I got their little cat skeleton heads. We got some pumpkin lights. We also got some purple LED lights to go underneath the creepy cloth in the bathroom. And then I actually scored a really good deal. One of my friends was selling a 6-foot inflatable ghost, and I scored that for $35. So I'm super excited to be getting that home soon. So yeah, a lot of good Halloween stuff coming out. My next place I want to go Halloween decor shopping would probably be Michael's. I still have not yet been there. But I did on Amazon. I need to do another Amazon haul very soon. But I actually picked up a duvet cover that is the Beetlejuice white and black vertical stripes. So I'm super excited. That's going on the bed today. So I'm super, super excited about that because I've been looking for one of those for years. Hi, Mandy. I hope you're doing well. See, Jen says Mandy's chat isn't working. Well, let's hope it is. The duvet, I actually got it off of Amazon. Let me see if I can pick up a picture from Amazon real quick. It said it wasn't going to be shipped until like next week or something. And I ended up getting it today. But it is the duvet cover. So super, super cute. I'm really excited to get it on the bed. And for a king size, which is what we have, it was $68.50, which is not bad for a duvet cover. Mandy says, doing all right. It was a beautiful day here in Missouri. I got it working. That's good. It's still pretty crazy over here in California. You know, we're all, pretty much the entire state is on fire right now. So we're just waiting for all of that to be done with and go away. So I'm just adding a little bit of that purple to the bridge of my nose. Help brighten up the area a little bit. So what I'm noticing with this, obviously it's a cream, so it does sit a little heavy on the skin. I feel like it's sits a little bit in the creases more than I would like it to, but we'll see how it is once I get some foundation on it. Yeah, the duvet set was super cute, and I'm super excited to get it on my bed tonight.
What are you doing?
Excuse my loud ass neighbors. They're out there yelling right now. Okay, so I think that's it for color correcting, and we will get some foundation on. See how it looks with the foundation. Normally I just throw some concealer underneath my eyes and call it a day, but hopefully this color corrector does a good job. So far I am liking it. Other than it being a little bit more on the thicker side for consistency, it does color correct really well. And I want to say it was like $12 online, and I actually have a link down in the description if you wanted to check it out to see it. But this will help you with not having to put so much foundation on and doing such a full coverage foundation. If you color correct before, you won't have to wear so much foundation. Do any of you guys color correct at home, or is this something that would be new and fun for you to try out? Yeah, normally I would put concealer underneath my eye to hide my bags, but I think I'm just gonna call it a day with that. The color corrector seemed to do all of that work right there. So the other thing that I purchased was the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. I normally do not bake, but I figured why not? Let's try it out. So I'm just taking my damp beauty blender, getting a fair amount of baking powder on there, and just going to be patting it underneath my eyes. And like I said, I normally don't bake. I feel like it's a lot of product and a lot of work. But we'll see how it turns out. So while we're waiting for that to set, I'm gonna go ahead and contour real quick. Mandy and Jen both say new for me. Yeah, honestly, color correcting, you just need a little bit of color corrector and a lightweight foundation and you're set for the day. You don't have to use a heavy concealer or anything like that. And it just helps with the overall skin tone. It makes it look nice and even. Your eyes are more awake. I'm just throwing a little bit of contour underneath my lower lip. And then contouring my nose. And then I'm going to be going in with the baking powder again. And just going right underneath my contour. And the whole point of baking is really just to brighten up and create more of a contrast against your contour. And straight down the center of my nose. And so while that is sitting, let's see. Jen says my struggle now is I'm aging and the wrinkles, everything wants to make them look worse. So yeah, that's definitely a struggle. I started to notice that I'm starting to get like crepey under eyes. I'm starting to have more fine lines and wrinkles underneath my eyes where makeup kind of tends to sit. So my tip for that is once you put your foundation on, pat it down with your fingertip and then set it with a powder immediately. Once you set it, it shouldn't stick into your fine lines or wrinkles. It should sit a little better on your skin. So the next big purchase is the Revolution Pro Forever Flawless. This is the Decadent palette. I have been eyeing this for a little bit. And it's all browns, blushes. They are darker shades, but I'm super excited about this one. And I don't know where I want to start with the look. They're all such pretty shades. So let's see. We are going to start with, Jen says thanks. Oh, you're welcome. So I think I'm going to start with the shade Lavish, which is going to be that one right there. I'm just dipping into it with a big fluffy shadow brush. And then instead of applying into the crease right here, I'm going to be applying it right above that like fatty area. That's going to be where we're applying our crease color. Such a pretty shade too. It's very subtle. I'm definitely loving the shade. And it definitely reminds me of like a decadent red velvet like cupcake type feel. And then I'm going to be going in with my smaller bullet blending brush. And I think I'm going to go in with Splendid, which is a little bit of a darker shade. I'm just going to be popping that right into that same crease and bringing it more to the inner corner. This is going to get more of a pigmented, like defined line. I definitely like these shades. These are so pretty. And if you guys have never tried one of these palettes, they're like 15 bucks and they're so pigmented and so pretty. And it's honestly really hard to find like a good pigmented shadow for a decent price. I'm going to be going in with my eyeshadow, flat eyeshadow brush, and some concealer. And popping that right onto my lid just to create a cut crease. And this is going to help that crease, the shadow color to sit right on the lid and really show up. And so I'm just going to use a big fluffy shadow brush, and I believe I'm going to go in with the color Plush, and we'll see how pigmented that one is. And I'm just going to press it right in. Oh, you guys, it's super pretty. So did you guys end up doing anything fun, exciting over the weekend? We just ended up remodeling our room, and that was pretty much our entire weekend. I'm loving the shimmer. This is so pretty. And honestly, these shadows have such like a great feeling to them. They go on so good. Let's see, Mandy said, did yard work today. Yesterday we just lounged. Oh, those are the good days though, when you lounge and do nothing. And I'm just going to go into the shade Pearls, which is this white one, with a fluffy blending brush. And going in and using that as my highlight and kind of blend out the shadow. So yeah, I would say this is probably one of my favorite palettes for like a nice nude look. You can do more nude or more of like a glam look with a nude shade. These are so pretty. I'm just going to be going in with the bullet blending brush and going in with the shade Splendid. And going right underneath my lower lash line. Just to really smoke out the eye. And just blending it out with the blending brush. And before I even do my eyeliner, I'm going to review this Morphe Brow Cream. So I always try to do my brows whenever I do my makeup, so they look more clean, more full. I used to use Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow pomade, cream. But it's like $25. So I found Morphe has a dupe and they are $12, I believe. And the shade is Chocolate Mousse. So it's supposed to be a cooler brown. I'm just using an angled brow brush and just gently dipping in. So we'll see how this compares to the Anastasia that I used to use. And I'm just combing out my brows. And I'm going to be starting close to the arch and very gently working that into the tail. So a little goes a long way with this. This is a pretty pigmented. I barely have anything on the brush. So this is definitely really good so far. And then just drawing the shape on the top to connect the tail. I like this so far. This is actually a really good brow product. I mean, I'm not surprised because Morphe makes some awesome products. It is very pigmented, so you do not need a lot. And then just going in and creating little hair strokes. And then just gently brushing out the edge. I think that's a fairly good color match for my hair as well. Yeah, I like this. It goes on super smooth. You guys saw how quick I did that. I am definitely loving Morphe's eyebrow cream. And so we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. And then just gently creating that shape for the tail. This tail needs to be a little longer. Do you guys have any questions for me today regarding makeup or any of the products that I'm using? You guys, this stuff goes on so fast and so easy. I love when a makeup product actually like pans out when you're trying something for the first time. especially if it's something that you bought online. So Mandy says, how do you choose the right color for your brows? So when you are looking for a brow shade, you want to see what your hair color is. My hair is naturally a really dark, dirty blonde. I dye my hair black. And since I dye my hair black and it usually fades out to this like weird funky brown, I do more of like a cooler brown because I'm going to be doing black, and black is more of a cool tone. So you want to see if your hair is more of like a warmer tone or a cooler tone, and based on that you want to pick your eyebrow color. And you also don't want your eyebrow color to be darker than your hair is unless you are like platinum blonde and you have more of a darker eyebrow, then that's okay. But you want to choose it close to your natural hair color or the color that you have your hair dyed. I tend to do really cool, like I said, really cool browns. It's very rare that I'll use a black eyebrow product. I mean, they make black eyebrow products, but it's very rare if I would ever use one. Normally what I use is the darkest, coolest gray eyeshadow from Jeffree Star's cremated palette. But I wanted to try a actual product for my brows because eyeshadow tends to have a lot of fallout and doesn't really fill your brows. I mean, you can use it, but it's not going to fill your brows really the way you want it to. So I would definitely recommend checking out the Morphe eyebrow cream that I'm using right now because it works. Like, this stuff actually works really nicely. And I really like how this turned out. And then once I can find the brush that disappeared on me, I love when that happens. There we go. So brush, some concealer, I'm going to be using a little bit of concealer just above my eyebrow. And that's really just to define the shape. Jen says, I'll have to try that. I've only ever used eyebrow pencils. Eyebrow pencils are really good. I love a good eyebrow pencil. Usually I use a NYX eyebrow pencil. I don't think I have it out. It's like their micro pencil. But the cream gives more of a really like defined brow. And you can go with a little bit of product, more product, just depending on how you want your brows to look. But like I said, it's pretty cheap. So for the price, you can't really beat it. The Anastasia one is about $24, I think. So it's just very expensive for a brow product. So I'm just blending the concealer. I kind of disappeared part of my eyebrow with the concealer, so we'll pop that back in. Strawberry blonde, so you might want to go with more of like a auburn type eyebrow shade. They do make like a light auburn for redheads or strawberry blondes. And just using my blending to kind of blend that all out. I'm just using a big fluffy brush to get the banana powder off of my face. And then I'm going to be going in with my HD finishing powder, which I always use to set my foundation. And then I also use it to set my brows as well, since it is a gel consistency. Might as well go in and highlight. I'm going to use the shade Gleam off of my Tarte palette and a highlighting brush. And I'm just going to pat that right in to the tops of my cheeks. And I know I've reviewed this product before, the Tarteist Pro Glow To Go Contour Kit. It's like a mouthful to say. This is by far one of my favorite contour kits. It might just deepen up that contour just a little bit. Now I'm going to do my eyeliner real quick, and I'm using the NYX Vinyl Liquid Liner in black. And I'm just going to start at the inner corner of my eye and very gently I'm like applying the smallest amount of pressure against my lid and just dragging it as close to the lash line as possible. And for those of you who have never been on my channel before, this is my like go-to eyeliner. And just dragging it across, making sure it's pretty even. And then I'll go in and create my wing after. So just creating the wing, creating the shape. I'm just kind of inching my way out to the length that I want. And then bringing it back in. And I don't start bringing it back in from the end. I bring it in a little bit closer to the lid. That way I have that sharp wing. And then just kind of evening it out. I hope the weather's nice wherever you guys are at right now, because it's like super still hot over here. Can't wait for all these fires to be done with. It has been so smoky outside. Anytime I go outside, there's like a new small layer of ash all over my car. You'd think after all the wildfires that we have here that California would figure out what to do to prevent it. And once I'm done with my eyeliner, I'm just going to pop some mascara on. You guys, I hate when that happens. So Mandy says, how far away are they from you? So they're actually about, I want to say the closest one is like 45 minutes, an hour away. So they are decently close. And I mean, these wildfires pretty much happen every single year. This year is way worse than other previous years. So yeah, we're just waiting for everything to be done and over with. Mandy says, yeah, still too close to comfort. Yeah, it's definitely too close for comfort. The air quality sucks. My husband has asthma, and it's definitely made his asthma worse than normal. I can only imagine for people who like live right in that area how they're probably doing. I know my friend Ashley is watching, and she lives, gosh, you gotta be like 15 minutes away from one of the fires at this point. So I'm just applying some glue to some lashes. And then setting them aside to dry. So when applying lashes, you want to put your lash glue on first, onto the lashes. Let it dry 30 to 45 seconds. If you put on too much glue, give it like a minute. Okay, so my lashes are off to the side and drying. So, since it's getting close to Halloween and we're getting into like the dark lipstick season, I really wanted to try to find a good black lipstick, and these are nearly impossible to find, so we'll see. NYX made it is NYX Liquid Suede, so it is a matte black. So we'll see right now. So I have to say I'm actually pretty impressed with NYX's black lipstick. I like it. It's supposed to dry completely matte, so we'll give it a few minutes. And while we are waiting, we will apply our lashes. And just popping them on to as close as possible to the lash line and pinching the lashes together. Just really making sure that the lash is on. These lashes are a little ridiculous. They are so long. There's always one lash that just does not want to cooperate. And it is currently fighting me. Oh my god, eyelash. Mandy says looks good. Jen says look beautiful. Thank you. And my husband says because fake lashes are evil. They're not evil. Just applying a little bit more glue because that did not want to sit well. And then reapplying a little bit of eyeliner because it pulled some of the eyeliner off. So when me and my husband first dated, I used to wear fake lashes every single day. And I would take them off and I would stick them on the mirror, or I would put them in his beard while he was sleeping. And ever since then, he's hated lashes. I don't really understand. You guys, I am pretty impressed though with this black lipstick from NYX. You do have to apply more than one layer though to get a true black, because I can still see a little bit of my natural lip color shining through. So I'm going to pop in a little bit more lipstick. Yeah, Jen, I think after every single one of my videos that I post, after I'm done filming and I come in, I'm like, hey babe, look at my makeup. Like, what do you think? Hey, his first comment is always something about how ridiculous these lashes are, or how big they are. Alright, now that this is dry, pop them on and hopefully they will sit better this time. These lashes though, they are so long. My husband says it's not my fault. You could put out the fires by blinking. These I'm pretty sure these might catch on fire if I was trying to put them out. I don't know how well that would work. And these lashes are from D-Silk. It is the D-Silk 005. It's about time for me to reorder these. I'm starting to get to the end of them. They have more natural ones that are not so long and butterfly wingy. Let's see, perfect. And I also did pick up a second lip color. It is the Soft Matte Lip Cream from NYX. And it is in the shade Dubai. So it's a brown. I figured this would be so pretty for fall. And I used to have a shade just like this from Lime Crime called Salem. And it was my favorite lipstick shade. So this is a really pretty brown lipstick. But yeah. So yeah, I'm super loving the eyeshadow palette. Very pretty. The color corrector, I am really happy with how it made my under eyes look. It did really well. It is a heavier cream, so you don't really need a lot. You just need like a little to go in and kind of color correct. And then just put your foundation or BB cream right on top, and it sits super well. The Brighten Up banana powder, I'm not 100% sold on banana powder for baking. I'm not a big fan of that trend. Mandy says, Marianne wants your lipstick. I have actually in the description, go down into the description in the link below. It's actually linked. It should be towards the bottom. All of the products that I used, and that black lipstick should be linked in there. I don't remember the price point, but I think it was like $10-ish. So it's not very expensive. The only thing that I don't have listed is the contour kit that I have on, and then the eyeshadow palette, because the eyeshadow palette is not carried by Amazon. But yeah, I really like how this turned out. No problem, Mandy. Alright, you guys. Well, I think that's it for the Get Ready With Me tonight. I like these products. I think the Morphe eyebrow, this is one of my top, like my favorites that I got from this haul. Obviously the black lipstick, it is actually, for the black lipstick, it is shade Alien, in case you wanted to know the shade name. So these two would probably be my top like favorites out of everything that I purchased. Alright, you guys. Well, thanks for hanging out with me. And I will definitely be going live later in the week. And next week we will have a Sinister Sunday, so there will be a special effects tutorial posted. Alright, you guys. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you guys next week on the live stream. Bye, you guys.